Thank you, sir. I'm going to call the Elkins Common Council Special Call Council meeting to order and ask our city clerk to take roll call, please.
Councilor Bross Fragonera.
Here.
Councilor Chenoweth.
Here.
Councilor Kwanzo.
Present.
Councilor Guy. Present. Councilor Higgins is absent. Councilor Hinchman.
Here.
Councilor Lowther.
Here.
Councilor Parker is absent. Councilor Vest.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Is there anyone here for public comment tonight? If not, we will move on down to new business. The wastewater collection request for replacement of service truck. I will entertain a motion.
Well, I probably need to announce what it is
Okay.
first.
This was the truck, I believe, that Whitney had reported on last Thursday that they're looking to replace. And Whitney, you can feel free to step up and explain it because you'll probably sell it better than I will. The one where the gas tank had fallen off of it, I guess, after you had filled it up, correct? Which causes some major concerns.
I believe I explained everything pretty well in detail Thursday of the importance of this truck. If there's any questions about it, I'm more than welcome to answer any questions that you have.
And I think the ARPA committee did agree to fund this out of ARPA money, so that's what we're looking for a
And we're
motion.
looking at $165,000 for the truck and the bed.
What's the wait time on
The truck we can get right now, I can go tomorrow and get the truck. The bed would probably be 2 or 3 months to fabricate the bed, and then we would have to take it and get it installed.
And the price is locked in for the, okay.
I'm hoping. They're not honoring quotes very long anymore. It's usually at a
Yes.
week time now.
Okay.
Where it
Great.
was 30 days, now it's a week.
Wow. Okay.
Make a motion to purchase the replacement service truck for $165,000 from ARPA funds.
Okay, we have a motion. Any other comments or discussion? If none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, B, review of council vacancy protocol.
I can speak to this if you like.
Yes.
So in your packets, you found, this is a protocol that was adopted back in December of 2016 in the event that a council seat is vacated. I've reviewed it. I don't see any need for any changes. The only update that you'll notice is the reference to the city code because when we went through the codification, those numbers changed. So that's where you see it crossed out and the new section inserted, but the protocol just requires a resolution, which is next on your agenda, announcing the vacancy and announcing the time period the applications will be received and to whom they would go to. In the past, that was the clerk. That'll be advertised. The resumes would be submitted 5 days after the application period ends. The clerk would forward all of those resumes to council members and the mayor, and then interviews would be set up for any eligible applicant. So what I would look for when those applications are received is just to make sure that they're a resident of the appropriate ward, in this case, second ward, and then also that they're an eligible voter. So those are the two requirements. Same for filing for an office. Interviews would be scheduled, and those would be conducted by all of council and the mayor. You will notice that if someone isn't able to attend all of the interviews, their scores will not be calculated into the final average, just for fairness, so that if you participate in all the interviews equally. Then once they're concluded, the scores are sent back, and then we would have a special call meeting. Council would be called for a special call meeting, unless it was close enough to a regular meeting, of course, to discuss and confirm the appointment, assuming that the applicant still wants to do it at that point. I just wanted to put that, make sure everybody was aware of the process and see if you had any questions or any recommendations.
Looks good. Yeah.
So we do not need a vote on this, correct?
No, that's correct. No, we don't need a vote.
Thank you. And down to C, Resolution 1533, announcing council vacancy and opening period of application for unexpired term.
So moved.
We have a motion. Any comments or discussion?
I'd just like to say I really have appreciated Mr. Friddle's period on council while I have been on council, with his expertise in many areas that have really helped, I think, guide the council in a good directions.
Thank you. Any other comments or discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. And before we go to an adjournment, I'd just like to ask everybody to kind of keep the residents from the area in Texas for the Robb Elementary School in their thoughts and prayers. It's a rough time, so as a small community, we can kind of relate to something like that if it would happen here. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And with that, I will look for a motion to adjourn.